everybody. Welcome to today's episode of the Group Therapy Podcast. Today we have a member of the Monster Channel family and fellow comic book fan, Nutty T Squirrel. Hello, Nutty. Tell us about yourself, sir.
Sorry. Just really into that Jughead. Hey, howdy do? Nutty T Squirrel here. How's it going there, Captain?
Pretty good there, Nutty. How you been?
Just catching up on some comic books. I got did a little cleaning up here in the Treehouse. I'm getting ready to shoot the last 4 episodes for this first season.
Cool. So Nutty, how long have you been doing your show?
Well, let's see. I'll have 26 episodes for this first season. So, actually, I started in April. Normally I'm, busy running the station, but while Chad and Bunny took a break, I thought, hey, I'll host some cartoons because I got a whole host of them here. So, yeah, why not? We got this Treehouse and hasn't been used for a while, so. I got all these comic books and cereal and snacks and toys and stuff. Do I have my toys over there? Ricky, where's my toy? You don't have it? Okay. So yeah, I just thought, why not? And people seem to like it. It's sort of like a shorter version of your show, but not long cartoons, just quickies. And then, of course, we talk about cereal and snacks and toys and stuff.
Yep. I completely understand that because I read comic books. I also eat tons of cereal.
Well, you have to, right?
Yeah. So, what's your go-to cereal?
Oh, grape nuts.
Grape nuts?
I love grape nuts, despite the fact that there's no grape in them, and it's really not nuts. It's like wheat and barley and things. So, again, I don't know why they call it grape nuts because it's not. So, what's your favorite cereal?
Probably a toss-up between honeycomb and Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, God, yeah, Fruity Pebbles. Now, do you like Cocoa Pebbles?
I'm not a fan of Cocoa Pebbles.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. It's the exact same thing, except it's chocolate as opposed to fruit.
I'm not a big chocolate guy.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah. That's kind of odd. Comic book store, you gotta eat chocolate, right?
I might have a candy bar once a month at the shop.
Oh, wow. So you're not a big fan of Little Debbie's Nutty Buddies, huh?
I do love a Nutty Buddy.
Yeah, wait a minute, that's chocolate.
But the thing is, it's peanut butter. It's like a Reese cup. So Reese cups are on that cusp thing.
Wait, hold on. You're saying that it's a Reese's? Wait, hold on a second. Ricky, bring that over here. Hold on. No, give me that. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me see here. I've got here. Hold that up, Ricky. Yeah. See, that's the Nutty Buddy. All right, look. Yeah. Okay, ingredients, the Dex, well, oh my God, there's like tons of ingredients, but yeah, I never really thought of that. It's wafers with peanut butter. Wow, yep. You blew my mind. Wow.
I'm a peanut butter guy. Love peanut butter.
So you love the Reese's peanut butter cups?
That I do, but I don't eat them much because I had to get healthy because I got old.
You got old? Wait. You got old. We all get old, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, but you can still have one.
Oh, I still have one. It's getting towards that time of year because, as me and Joe like to say, that there is the perfect ratio for Reese cups. A Reese cup is the perfect ratio of chocolate to peanut butter.
Yes, it is.
The only other acceptable ones is the eggs, the trees, and the pumpkins. Because they're the perfect ratio of chocolate to peanut butter, and they taste delicious. And it's getting towards that time when all the pumpkin Reese cups are hitting the market now.
Yes, they are.
Yes, and then I will probably eat way too many of those and then regret it the next day.
Yeah, well, you can't just eat one.
No.
Like serving sizes, don't get me started on that because that's ridiculous. You have like, okay, maybe a couple. I'd say like maybe four. Four would be one serving.
Yep. Well, my wife hates it because my kids will buy the 2-bite brownies.
Oh,
And they're these little brownies about yay big.
yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, they're 2 bites." I was like, "Yeah, you take 2 of them, and it's 1 bite."
That's right. Yeah, you can't just eat one. Yeah,
No,
whoever came up with these serving sizes is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Makes
well,
no sense.
what is it? If you look on the bag of those little bags of chips, they serve 2 or
Oh
something.
gosh, yeah, right. One bag, one serving. Come
Yep.
on. What about mac and cheese, huh?
Vince loves the mac and cheese. That kid,
That's one serving.
that is 1 serving.
Now they say it's 2.5 or 3, depending. But now if you add hot dogs to it, okay, I could see getting 2 servings out of it. But no, I mean the whole box, 1 serving.
Yep. Like I said, Vince, it's like half a serving because that kid can eat like 8 pounds of mac and cheese.
Well, you gotta get the mac and cheese with the good cheese, not the powdered cheese. Because once you get the good cheese, it's good.
He loves Kraft mac and cheese. That's his favorite.
Wow, with the powdered cheese?
With the powdered cheese, he loves it.
It's not bad, but you gotta add like cheese to it to get it more cheesy.
Doesn't care. He loves it. He loves the ones you throw in the microwave. That's like one of his favorite foods.
Oh wow. No, I'm old school. Gotta, get the pot out and fill it with water.
Boil the water.
Toss them in, add some butter and some milk and then the powder. And then if you got some cheese, now you got to get the good cheese. You can't get the lame cheese because I went to the store and bought a block of cheese and thought it was going to be good. And it was not. So I learned my lesson, bad cheese.
You can't splurt. You can't skimp on the cheese. You gotta put that extra bit in there to get the good cheese.
Right, you gotta make it good. Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
So what's your favorite cheese?
Well, lately, Swiss cheese is my favorite cheese. I mean, I absolutely adore Swiss cheese. I like cheese with stuff in it, like cheddar bacon cheese. That's good, and cheese with nuts. And maybe a little birdseed sprinkled on. It's delicious. Don't knock it until you try it.
I don't know.
Have we got some over here, Ricky? No, we don't. Okay, I thought we had some.
The neighborhood squirrels love the birdseed.
Well, yeah, I mean it's delicious. And by the way, folks, don't shoot at us. Don't shoot them. Leave a little, birdseed for them. I mean, come on, it's good. It's fiber.
Yeah, I had Fat Squirrel that used to live at my house before this one, and he let me hand feed him, so I'd come out and hand him popcorn all the time.
Oh wow!
He loved popcorn. Yeah.
And then somebody came by and snatched him up, huh?
I don't know what happened because we moved, so I don't know what happened to him after I moved. Unfortunately,
he was probably like, "Hey, where's the popcorn guy? Hey, he left. How rude!" They had to start eating something else. And then, he probably found something to eat, and then that was it.
Yep, took off. Him and the crows loved my house. So
Well, crows are they're crowy. So yeah, crows are cool, I guess.
Yep. Okay. So you're reading comic books. So what's your favorite comic book?
Well, I hold on. Where's it at? Let me see. Let's see. Well, okay, here's one of them. Archie Comics. I guess I would have to say, apart from, I'm doing it what you do. How on your Facebook and Instagram, you show all of these comic books that you pop up. It's like woo. What's stuck on there? Get off there. Hold on, something's stuck on me. Get off me. Ow, why am I stuck there? Oh, that's weird. Okay. Okay, wow. See what happens here at the treehouse? Things are, there goes something else. Wow, geez. Can't believe this. Well, as you saw, Archie Comics are my go-to.
Yeah. My wife loves Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh gosh, Sabrina is just the cutest. I mean, she is such a darling. I like surprisingly enough, I like from Josie and the Pussycats, Alexandria. Oh, that little streak of white in her black hair. Oh man, I am just like, wow. I'll be with you. Yes, you know.
Yeah. Gotta get that. Oh, it's I like Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah, I do. Oh,
I'm a Valerie guy. Love Valerie.
oh, she's cute. Yeah.
Um, I recently got my wife the original Sabrina the Teenage Witch #1.
Oh
So
wow. I think we got one here somewhere. I know we got something.
and I got her a Craig Boldman did our comic book show
Uh-huh.
the last one,
Um,
and he works for Archie Comics.
oh,
A-
sweet.
and he did I have a picture of Sabrina the Teenage Witch because that's my wife's favorite, and then I have a favorite witch from Marvel Comics, Satana, so they're
Oh,
both together on the cover. So yeah.
oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I like the other Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, but my go-to is the original one with the blonde hair, the short blonde hair. Yeah, she's just like wow, you know.
Yeah, I just got the new issue of Sabrina in last week. So
Oh wow, is it the newer Sabrina or the older one?
yes. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if I can find this real quick.
Because I know I got one here somewhere. I got Sabrina somewhere. I don't know. Ricky, have you seen Sabrina's the comic book? No? Okay. Well, I know it's here somewhere. It's probably in my stash. I got a ton of comic books here, and of course, obviously, Archie Comics. Woohoo! Yeah.
There it is.
While he's away, I'm gonna have one of these.
Nutty T.
Oh yes, 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 yes.
And it's got some old stories inside of it too. So it's got
Oh yeah.
that
My
was
Sabrina.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch #5 from 1972. It's got stuff like that in there. So
Oh sweet. Yeah, my where's that? Where's that Jughead Archie comic book? That's yeah, number 197. That was like what year? 1974. Yeah. So I got a lot of oldies and I got some newies too. I've seen it. So what do you think of the Riverdale show?
I loved the first season, and then the second season lost me, and I have not gone back to it yet.
Yeah, I mean I know they have a license to alter, but yeah, not a huge fan. I mean, I'll watch it, but again, it's not my cup of tea.
But I really liked Sabrina just because it was so crazy. The new one, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Yeah, yeah. Now she's cute. Yeah, I love. Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, if I had to pick my favorite cartoon ladies, Betty over Veronica, Sabrina, obviously Alexandria from Josie and the Pussycats, and then to top off the list would be Velma from Scooby Doo.
That's a good mix. I like I said, like Valerie. I like Cheryl Blossom.
Oh, Cheryl. Oh, now that's the one you call daddy for, boys and girls, Cheryl Blossom. She's what's the word I'm looking for? She's Veronica, but taken to another level.
Yeah, she's trouble to
Yeah,
say.
there's the key word, trouble. Oh gosh, yes.
As a lover of redhead women, because my redhead wife upstairs, uh, I
Ah,
I
cool.
am partial to.
You've got a redhead thing going.
Yeah, and it goes way back. We had the discussion about that a while back about how your crushes start. I was
Oh,
like,
really?
well, it was you had Jean Grey from the X-Men, you had Mary Jane from
Oh,
Spider-Man, you had Scarlet from GI Joe.
oh
You,
yes.
so it explains my love for redheads from being a
Well,
kid.
there's no redheads in He-Man. Wait,
Uh,
is there?
yeah, because yeah, she's just brunette, redhead.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Because
yeah.
He-Man, gotta love the evil lady,
Evil Lynn.
Evil Lynn. Oh man. Now, okay, speaking of He-Man, I gotta say this. I loved the movie He-Man and the Masters of the Universe when it came out in the 80s or 90s, I think.
87.
Yeah, I loved it. Of course, Meg Foster as Eva Lynn. Oh man, those eyes.
They could not have chosen better at that era, at that time.
Right, exactly.
She was at her prime in 1987.
Yeah, she was.
She was gorgeous. She was perfect as Eva Lynn.
Oh,
And the one that throws me is the new He-Man cartoons. The woman that does the voice of Eva Lynn now
yeah.
is Lena Headey from Game of Thrones and stuff like that. I think she'd make a great Eva Lynn, period, just to have her in a costume.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You gotta Eva Lynn is like one of those characters that you just gotta love, you know?
Yep. I was supposed to I commissioned a piece of artwork once and I never got it. But it was supposed to be Eva Lynn, the Baroness, and Melodia from Silverhawks. And they were all
Ooh.
going to be like Charlie's Angels style.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's your Charlie's Angels right there.
Yep.
Yes. But they're not angels.
Well, Charlie's Fallen Angels. There we go.
Yeah, Charlie's Angels that have fallen on hard times and they need to make money. And what can they do? Well, we don't know. We'll have to find out in the next episode.
Yep. So so how do you like being a host on the Monster Channel?
I actually enjoy it. I know Chad and Bunny, they have their show, and then they have their horror movie host show, which airs like here and on the Monster Channel. And we had some time and I reached out and Halloween Jack was like, "Hey, I'd love to have Nutty's Treehouse on here." And I was like, "Okay, I'll get it out there." And we seem to have a lot of good fans that like it.
Oh yeah. It's funny. So I got to ask, have you gotten fan mail yet?
Yeah. Well, I got one letter from some guy who also sent a picture, excuse me, which was nice. And then recently, I guess I've got an anti-fan, somebody who doesn't like my show. So it's like, okay,
Well,
I mean,
see,
what are you going to do, right?
that's how you know you made it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it's the same anti-fan that doesn't like Chad and Bunny, but no, it's kind of funny because, my philosophy is, hey, if you don't like the show, then don't watch it.
Yep.
Right. Or,
Yep.
worse yet, but, somebody told me the people who comment the most are like people who, well, what was the word he said, Ricky? No, not that. He said something about the people who actually love your show really don't comment a lot. They'll tell you privately.
Yep.
Which is fine. Again, if you're a fan and you comment, that's awesome. But I get a lot of comments off screen, which is much better.
Yeah. It's fun being able to reach out and like touch these people, metaphorically speaking.
Oh yes, that's the only way you can.
Oh yeah, it's because I got people who go, "Oh my God, you remind me so much of my childhood." I get my grandkids or my kids to watch it and stuff like that. And what really got me was my neighbor that I grew up next to. His daughter was slightly younger than me, so she's probably 47 now.
Wow.
I grew up with these people. I spent tons of time with them, been to their house. I couldn't. The dad, I still talk to him. I still see him out. They watch my show with their grandkids now.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So I'm like, yeah. And they're like, the fact is that somebody I grew up with, their kids now watch my show.
That's pretty neat. Yeah.
It's fun. So I have fun doing that.
Yeah.
And, it's great.
You've got a lot of cool cartoons on there. I got to say that. I mean, some, it's funny, like your show, like Bill said the other day, he was like, Captain Cartoon. He's got some cartoons that I love, some cartoons that I've never seen before, and some cartoons that I probably would never want to see again, So you get the mix,
Oh yeah.
which is cool.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple cartoons that once I aired them, I regretted airing them.
I hear you. Yeah.
Rickety Rocket is number one that I wish I had
Rickety
never aired.
Rocket, really?
Yeah, it's it did not age well. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way.
Some, yeah. I mean, like some of the cartoons that I find and air, yeah, some are good, some are just really way out there. And I mean, but then again, what someone doesn't like, somebody else might. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's people who that like, oh, they post what cartoons they love.
right.
Every week they're like, I love this cartoon, this cartoon, this cartoon, this cartoon's, honorable mention. The other cartoons I could have done without. I'm like, all right, well, but you're here for the entire show, so
Right, exactly. I mean, you give them the schedule, you give them the schedule of what you're going to show, which is
Mhm.
cool. So, you can choose which ones you watch,
Yep.
Like if I saw, Camp Candy, I'd be like, yes, I want to watch that, because that was cool. Anything Archie, obviously, G.I. Joe, He-Man, RoboCop. Yeah, I mean, again, you give us a variety, which is cool. We
Oh yeah.
appreciate it.
I'm in the process of, once I get done with this, I got to start working on my next episode. So, and I take copious amounts of notes on everything I do.
Well, that's good, right? But do you remember what you write, and do you say what you write?
Well, the thing is that I used to write a script and then I would hate it when I wrote it when I tried to read it. So finally, I just started just wing it every episode.
Yeah,
I'll put
that's the best
notes
way to do it.
down per episode, like, oh, this is the last episode. This is who does the voice. This is whatever, and I do that. So
Yeah, you wing it. Yeah, like what we do here at the station for some programs. Some programs are improv, like Chad and Bunny. They have no clue what they're doing. Mine, I am more like I have an agenda. I know this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have the cereal bowl. I'm going to have the toy chest, and then I watch. See, here's the fun thing: I watch the cartoon, and then I comment about it. And I mean, some of these like I'm a big fan of Popeye. Gotta love Popeye.
yeah.
And he's got a can of spinach always on his person. So I mean, and you got to talk about that. And then the one episode I watched where he's getting ready to eat a can of spinach, and Bluto stops the car, comes back, grabs the can, and says, "You ain't eating no spinach in this picture," and then he drives away. It was just like, oh, it was just gold.
Yeah, there's cartoons I love, like we were talking the other day about voice actors who are famous for certain cartoons, and then you find out that they were in other cartoons.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like Alan Oppenheimer, the voice of Skeletor,
right.
is a voice in Drac Pack,
Yeah,
and yeah, and he sounds nothing like Skeletor. I think, matter of fact, he
well,
probably sounds more
yeah.
like Man at Arms, but
Well, yeah, some voice actors, they alter their voice so you can hardly tell.
yep,
Others you can tell, you can know it's the same guy doing 5 different characters in 5 different shows, but you don't care because it's the personality of the character you're watching.
yep. Casey Kasem did all those voices back in the day, and he always sounded like Casey Kasem.
Yeah, oh gosh. And then, but it's funny though, when he did Shaggy, he didn't sound like Casey Kasem. I mean, you knew it was Casey. Well, actually, when we were growing up, we had no idea
Yeah,
who he was
Casey, yeah.
until we got older and then got into the biz and then realized, oh yeah, that was Casey Kasem. Wow.
Yep, because he was well, no, he was not Alan. He was on Scooby Doo. He was on Josie and the Pussycat.
Right.
He was Cliff Jumper on Transformers.
Oh yeah.
He was everywhere. So
And then he had his top 40 radio broadcast. Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I mean, these were people that we grew up with listening to, and and then of course, it's cool to see them in person. Obviously some have passed on, but yeah, it's just awesome, just totally awesome voice actors.
Oh yeah. I'm hoping that I got a customer who wants to. He's going to a convention at the end, like what December, and he's like, "I'm going to bring you back a Peter Cullen autograph." I'm like, "You don't have to get Peter Cullen. I'd love it. Don't get me wrong, because he's the voice of Optimus Prime,
Oh yes.
but he's also the voice of Carr from Knight Rider."
Oh, okay, yeah. You got to get it then. Come on.
Yeah, because you could have Optimus Prime fight Mr. Feeney, and
Oh, that would be gold, right?
the voice of Optimus Prime fighting. I see that's the one that threw me growing up, was finding out that Mr. Feeney from and Kit from Knight Rider were the same guy.
I know, right? You never would think that, but then once you start listening to the voice, you're like, wait a minute,
Yep.
that sounds familiar. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I think for me, I'd love to get E.G. Daly's autograph, because she did, there's so many awesome characters. I mean, Rugrats, when she was in Pee-wee's Playhouse
Yep.
movie,
Yep.
and just awesome voice.
She's a Buttercup.
Buttercup and yeah,
Yeah.
the girls, yeah, the Powder Puff. Wait, what is
Powerpuff Girl. You
the
know what? She's in one of my favorite weird movies of all time,
which is
Streets of Fire.
Streets of Fire?
It's a weird rock musical action movie. It's she's in it as like a sidekick, and it's got Diane Lane as the
Oh,
love interest, and uh,
neat.
Willem Dafoe as the villain.
He plays a good villain. Yeah, that's for sure.
But he literally runs around. Go when you get a chance, go watch it. He runs around in what looks like hip waders that you go fishing in as the bad guy.
Oh my god. Fish waders? Oh my gosh, I gotta see that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So we get a chance, go watch Streets of Fire.
Okay, I
You'll
will.
not be
Yeah, cool.
disappointed.
Wow, wow.
I'm not even a fan of musicals, and I still love that movie.
Well, I mean, come on. Some musicals you gotta love,
Yep.
and some you can't.
So do you have a go-to movie that you like?
Oh, that's kind of hard. Do I have a go-to movie? Let me see. Well, there's two actually. Okay, well, the first one, Mannequin, from the '80s, Kim Cattrall, Andrew McCarthy. Loved it, absolutely loved it. It was awesome. And then one that some may be familiar with, some may not be, The Midnight Hour. It's a made for TV movie. LeVar Burton,
Hmm.
Dick Van Patten. It's basically, it takes place in, I think, like some town like Salem. And it's, witchcraft brings the dead back to life. And then there's this zombie girl. Well, there's actually, she's a cheerleader, but she's dead. So, and this guy hooks up with her, and it's just really cool. I mean, it's just a cool movie.
Man, gotta
If you
look
get a
that
chance,
up.
look it up.
I'm gonna have to try to find that later on.
Yeah, it's out there. It's like I don't know if it has a cult following or not. Not like Rocky Horror Picture Show, because there's no singing or dancing in this. But well, actually, there's singing and dancing. I should say that, but it's a really cute movie. You should watch it.
See, that's like trying to explain to people about like the like TV made for TV movies, and like the CBS movie of the week, and the NBC, Saturday night movie that
Oh
you
yeah,
don't get anymore. They're not made for TV movies anymore. Made for
no,
like
no.
cable, but yeah, you don't get those. You don't get like I love Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, which was a CBS
Oh
movie
yeah,
week. So
yeah. It's you don't have the TV show people aren't making made for TV movies anymore, which is sad. Because that's basically how they were made. It wasn't made with, you know, movie actors. It was made with TV show actors in a made for TV movie. So yeah.
Yep.
It was pretty cool, actually. As that era has passed, sadly. Hopefully we could bring it back, you know?
Yeah. So we're out here on the Monster Channel doing what we can to bring.
That's right, you know? B movies all around, and you know, trying to secure rights to other movies that we can show, which would be cool, you know?
Oh yeah. It's funny because people always ask me, they're like, how do you get the cartoons that you air on your show? And I was like, well, because I don't care about making money. So I can kind of air whatever I want.
Until they take them away from you.
Yeah, then I've had them take them away from me. I've had to go through and re-edit some episodes so that they're back up, and I got to do that again probably Sunday, is go through and put cartoons back up.
Oh, I had to do that with one of my episodes. I was showing a Popeye, and Bluto took him to court. So we could show almost the whole cartoon with the exception of the last like almost 4 minutes of the cartoon. It's like Popeye goes up to the stand and says, "This is what happened, Your Honor." Then I had to cut it out and then have him sitting back there saying, "And that's the whole truth." So you missed the whole cartoon, which was actually what was it? Oh, it was Bluto was a hypnotist, and he hypnotized Olive Oil, and then she goes out the door, which there just so happens to be a construction site right there, and then she's walking in a daze over the beams, and you know, which you know that always happens on construction sites, right? You know, so I couldn't believe they're like, well, you could show this, but you can't show that. They had a copyright on that little skit, so I was like, okay.
The one that threw me was I got a copyright for a commercial.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the music in the commercial.
Oh, right.
But
yeah, that's funny. Yeah, there was a Gabby episode, Gabby Fire Cheese, and I had to remove like 2 minutes of music because they were like, "Oh, that music right there is copyrighted." So I was like, "Okay, not an issue. I'll remove it.
Yep,
we'll play something else."
Yeah.
No, what is that? No, stop it. Oh. Okay. Oh.
My phone is going nuts.
I'm still stuck on something down here. I don't know what it is.
Usually I'm stuck on my dogs, but my dogs are upstairs right now.
So. Well, that's good. Can't have dogs here in the treehouse. They can't climb the ladder.
Although the one probably could. My one probably could shimmy right up there.
shimmy, cocoa butt. Wow.
Sweet. Now my little dogs, there's no way. My dogs are only about yay big. I got corgis. So
well, we do have we're putting an elevator in. Well, we used to have an elevator, but unfortunately it broke down, and you know, we couldn't repair it for a while because the parts don't exist. So we're working on getting it back up. We'll see.
There you go. So now with being on the Monster Channel, do you like hanging out with the other people from the Monster Channel when you can?
Oh gosh, yeah, they are so cool. I mean, you got Halloween Jack, you got Doc Dredd, Bucky, and Morty. You got Papa Bear, Drac, and Countess Karita. I mean, you know, Mr. Graves. You got you know, Captain Cartoon. I mean, and then you got just a whole slew of other cool hosts out there. You know, too many to mention because, you know, my brain is kind of fried right now. So I don't want to offend anybody by not saying their name.
Yep.
But, yeah, they're so cool. I mean, all of them are so cool. And then again, you know, every show is different. You know, I mean, if somebody's watching my show and they don't like it, well, guess what? You don't have to watch it. You can just hit mute or turn the channel off and do something else, you know?
You come back. There's always something.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because like some people, you know, I mean, they'll love it and they'll love what they love and they'll hate what they hate. And I hate the haters, love the lovers. So
I love the haters because that means that you've made it.
Yes.
If somebody has to go out of their way to dislike you, and you've made it as a person.
Right, exactly. They have to spend their days, oh, how can I get back at this person,
As my wife says, she goes, "You're living rent free in their heads."
Oh, yeah, yeah. Hold on, let me get a pen. I got to write that down. Living rent free in their heads. Okay, yeah. Well, I'll make sure I pass that on to Chad because, yeah, Chad sucks. So, and Bunny stinks. So, yeah, and it's funny that actually, that actually became a hit for them. That the Chad sucks and Bunny stinks. Who knew?
Yeah, got to make it work.
I mean, I've known all along that Chad sucks and Bunny stinks, but it's nice to know that other people think the same thing.
So, do you have a favorite horror host?
Well, that's a hard one because, well, when I was growing up as a young pup, I spent a little time in a city called Cleveland, which I understand. Never mind, I ain't gonna say that. I spent a little time in Cleveland, and there was Houlihan and Big Chuck, which then morphed into Big Chuck and Little John. So I'd have to say, yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed their humor and how they go out on location and do all sorts of cool things. So that would be mine. How about you?
Oh, geez, I grew up. My favorite horror host is the one I grew up on, which is Dr. Creep, because that's who I grew up with first.
Oh, sweet.
But I do. There's a lot of good ones out there. I don't know if I could say a favorite, because I'm friends with some of them.
Exactly, right.
I don't want to, but I'm kind of partial to Sally, Marlena Midnight, the Haxon Arcane girls. I don't know why.
I think we know why. Yeah, I think we know why. Come on. I mean, Sally the zombie cheerleader. I mean, you got a zombie. She's a cheerleader. I mean, what more do you need?
Nothing. She's awesome. So
and you learn something on her show.
Yep, and she's been on my show.
Yes, she has. That's right. Yeah.
And she's supposed to be back again sometime. We just got to get the times figured out.
Yeah,
she's busy now. Now we're working with Mr. Lobo, so.
Oh, sweet! Yeah.
He does not have the time.
I think we're gonna see him at Monster Bash.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to Horror Hound last month when they had all the horror hosts over there, but I was literally swamped and too busy to go over, and I felt horrible because everybody's like, "It's the horror host, you got to come over," and I'm like,
I know. We couldn't go. I just, I'm just really busy here at the station. Got so much to do, and there's only 24 hours in a day, and when you're stuck editing 18 of those hours, well, guess what? You've only got a few hours to sleep, eat, and bathe, and that's not enough time.
Oh no, it isn't. And it's everybody always asks me, they're like, "How do you get your work done?" I'm like, I don't go to bed till about 2:00 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
I get up around 9. I get me ready. I get Vince ready. I do some stuff before I go to work. I go to work. I come home. I eat, and then I get right back on to doing the stuff until I go to bed at 2:00 in the morning. So every day.
There's your life, 7 days a week, right? Yeah.
And
I hear you.
Everybody's like, "Oh, you got to be making a lot of money." I'm like, I don't make nothing. I do it for the fun of it. And they're like, "Is it fun?" I was like, "Some days."
Well, maybe if you start selling some merch and dice.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm marketing it right now because my show is Captain Cartoon in the Toon Platoon. And so I'm pricing dog tags that will say SMS Platoon, Cartoon Platoon on them.
Oh, sweet. So yeah, like a military flavor here.
Yep. And then the t-shirts and stuff I'm looking at and all that fun stuff.
I was thinking, yeah. I mean, if I could get a sorry, I gotta grab that out. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to sell some, merchandise here. I mean, basically, what are you gonna sell? T-shirts, mugs, cups. I know Chad and Bunny got those in-action figures. And we got some frisbees and things that we're putting together. So yeah, I mean, we're looking to get Chad and Bunny on the road, and me too, to go out there and hit some of these conventions and stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I'm hoping that maybe I'm thinking about adding cereal bowls since it's Saturday morning cereals. Getting cereal bowls.
Oh, that is genius right there. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Oh my God, get your bowl. Well, I know Chad and Bunny have their cereal. They're coming out with the Chad and Bunny cereal. I personally, I wouldn't eat it, but yeah, they could put it in your cereal bowl. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So you get down to the bottom, you can see my
Cross-marketing.
face peeking back up at you.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I got Captain Cartoon's cereal bowl, and I'm putting in Chad and Bunny's, and what the hell? The whole bowl just got dissolved? Holy cow, what's in that cereal?
Well, do you know what flavor it is?
Well, probably acid, I would say. If it bowls through your bowl, it's probably not something you'd want to eat, Chad and Bunny cereal just doesn't have the right ring to it. Who wants to eat Chad and Bunny for breakfast? Now they'll eat Ann's Berry cereal for breakfast, but Chad and Bunny, nah.
It's almost like King Vitamin.
Yeah, there's no vitamins in Chad and Bunny at all. It probably tastes like chicken.
Everything tastes like chicken.
I know. Bunny's boxed wine, he's coming out with all sorts of new colon blowing products for you to eat, and they all have chicken in them. I don't know what's going on. He has a thing for chickens, I guess. Bunny just loves chickens. I don't know why.
Chickens can be delicious, I guess.
Well, if you're a chicken, yeah, maybe. I've had chicken. It's okay, fish, yeah, chicken, I prefer birdseed and nuts and Ann's Berry cereal.
Yep. I like me a big bowl of cashews. So
bought some of those today actually, and some almonds. So yeah.
I got to pick some up probably Thursday. I'm out, I think.
Oh, sweet.
Because as we said earlier, I'm getting older, so my candy is now dried fruit nuts.
Yeah, you got to eat something that's not gonna hurt you, and something that's not gonna I'm just moving some stuff around here. Yeah, you got to be careful what you eat as you get older. Let's just say that.
Yep. So so where can people find you when you're on the net and on the Monster Channel?
You can type well, let me think. Hold on. I got a sheet here somewhere. No, I don't. We have a YouTube page. It's our channel. It's youtube.com/user/Natural Bridges LLC, where they can see my show, Nutty's Treehouse, the Chad and Bunny show, and some other shows. And then of course we air on how many stations are airing us? Okay, well, we are on MyNBTV, which is limited to Open Eyes and Laurelton and Mysticville. But worldwide, you can see us on the Monster Channel, Tingler Television, I think the Vortex, Betamax TV, and there's a whole bunch of new ones coming out. I think Web TV, Bat TV, and am I missing one? No, I think I got them. Yeah, and then we got a few others that we're working on too. So mass exposure here.
There you gotta go. You gotta promote yourself. You gotta be out there busting your butt, huh?
Exactly. That's what you gotta do. Get out there and make it happen.
Yep. As you're on more channels than I am.
We're trying to get out there and get more exposure to our station, and the more people that watch us, maybe the more people like us, or maybe a few might not, but that's okay.
You're very much a old school, late 70s, early 80s feel.
Sweet.
Yeah, because that's kind of what I remember when I was growing up. Was the mascot and the cartoons and stuff like that. So
that's not bad. Although, definitely not a mascot. I don't think. Ricky might be a mascot.
Yeah.
No, Ricky says no.
Nope. See, I didn't say you were the mascot. I said you have with mascots. So
Who is the mascot? Well, I don't know if we have a mascot here. I mean, do we have we got masks and we got a cot. So maybe that's it. I got a cot over there. I got a mask over there. So that's our mascot. That makes sense.
oh yeah. So is there any what would be your dream cartoon to put on your show?
Oh, well, obviously, you know, big fan of Archie Comics. So Archie, anything Archie, I would love to do that. I'm gonna look at reaching out to some people out there that have cartoons, that made cartoons, and see if I can get them on the air. But yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, my dream would be Archie Comics because I love them. You know, they're awesome.
Yeah, God love those Archie. So I seen this the other day when I think I was on Tubi. Do you remember? Was it Return to Riverdale?
The movie,
the made-for-TV movie.
Yes.
Oh,
with that girl, the one who was in NCIS, and married to Ace Ventura.
Lauren Holly.
Yes. Oh, she played Betty.
Yep.
Oh, yes. She was a great Betty. I actually liked that movie. That was cool. I love how Big
That
Ethel
was supposed to have been a pilot that never got picked up.
Oh, that is a shame because seeing Big Ethel, the way she turned out, wow. No, that cracked me up because Jughead didn't exactly bode well, you know. But Big Ethel, wow. Just say all those years, Jughead, you could have had Big Ethel, but you waited. But then she still liked him, so it worked out.
There you go. The one I love is I found it by accident was when I started watching the Archie mysteries.
Oh yeah,
Archie's meets X-Files. I love that.
Those are cool.
Yeah. So, but you know, it's been fun talking to you. It's been a blast. And I will put all your information at the end of the episode where people can find you.
Sweet. Appreciate it.
And all that. Where can people find you that's not airing? Like, where can people go talk to you, find you on Facebook and stuff?
Natural Bridges Puppets, really. On Facebook, again, you know, YouTube. You know, Instagram, you know, all that social media. I try to post as much as I can. Like I show pictures of each episode on our Facebook page, kind of like highlighting what we did in the episode. So yeah, just, you know, and Natural Bridges Puppets on Facebook.
All right, I'll put that at the end. Let people know where to find you.
Sweet.
This episode will not air till next Monday, so a week from today.
Ah, sweet.
So you'll be up and ready to go.
That sounds cool. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.